and welcome to Mixed Mediology. Today is Vlogoween Day 8 and this is part C. Is that backwards to you? Am I supposed to do it this way for it to be right to you? Oh, whatever. Anyway, so this is part C of the Kitchen Witch label video, and this part of the video is actually just talking about exactly what labels I've created and how you can get your own set, how much they are, you know, all of that good stuff. So hopefully I will answer any questions that may have come up in the previous two videos. So this video is going to be significantly shorter than the other two because I really just wanted to make sure you knew what labels came in the pack and how you could get your own. So it's really just going to be an information video. If you want to see how I created my labels and actually putting them on the jars, like the how-to, you can check out part B of the Kitchen Witch labels series. And then if you want to know the backstory about how it came about, why I'm doing this, then watch the Vlogoween Day 8 Part A Kitchen Witch labels video. Okay, so as of right now, there are over 80 labels. Whenever I recorded the part in the kitchen, there were 75 or 78 labels. I've actually created a few more, and I think now I'm up to 82 separate labels. So the way it's going to work is when you order your Kitchen Witch labels, which I will talk about, you know, what's available in just a minute. When you order your Kitchen Witch labels, you will receive an email from me, and in that email will be a zip file. That zip file will contain all 82 images. Each label is a separate image, so you can print whichever ones you need, whichever ones you want. You can print everything in the size that you need, so you can adjust the size to fit your individual bottles and jars, because not everybody's going to have the same size jar for every spice and everything. So each label is an individual file. You can then put it into a word processor, or if you have a Mac, you can put it into Pages. You can adjust the size it whatever size you need for your jar, and then print. So you can print which labels you need at the time. If you need to reprint something, you can print just a single one, and you can make them whatever size you need them to be. So it's totally customizable as far as what you print and how big it is when you print it. My website is currently down, so there's a PayPal link in the video description for each one of these videos. For the A, B, and C for the Kitchen Witch labels, there's a link directly to PayPal. So when you click the PayPal link, it will take you to the button to actually buy the labels. The entire set of 82 labels is $10, and you get all 82 files. You'll need to unzip the file that I emailed to you. So if you have a Mac, when you double click on it, it's automatically going to unzip. However, if you don't have a Mac, you're going to need to have some sort of unzip program on your computer in order to unzip the file. Then once it's unzipped, you'll have all 82 images available. Now let me talk about how you actually purchase the labels. In the down bar for this video and the other two parts, so Kitchen Witch labels A, B, and C will all have a link directly to the PayPal button in the description below. So when you click the link, it will take you to PayPal. The entire set is only $10, so you get all 82 labels for 10 bucks. It won't say Kitchen Witch labels unless you click the little drop down thing. It'll show you that it's $10, and then there'll be like a little drop down menu. When you click that, it'll open up the entire like little invoice where it says Kitchen Witch labels. So if you don't see that right away, don't freak out. It's 10 bucks, that's what it is. And then I will get the email letting me know what it's for. But if you want to make sure, just click the little drop down menu and it will show you that it's for the Kitchen Witch labels. Once you pay through PayPal, then I'll get an email, and I will be emailing the zip file directly to whatever email address you have connected to PayPal. So if you want those labels to go somewhere else, then you need to shoot me an email at mixedmediology@gmail.com. There's a link for that down below as well. And let me know what email address you'd like me to send them to, because otherwise I'm going to send them to your email address that you have on PayPal. And because of the time difference, remember I'm in Sicily and I'm 6 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. So give me 24 hours because of the time delay and the time that I'm actually awake and checking my email and doing business stuff. It might take about 24 hours for you to actually get your labels. Okay, so I think that's the logistics of how much they are and how to actually purchase them and, you know, all that good stuff. If you do have questions, please email me at mixedmediology@gmail.com. The link for my email address is down below. If you have specific questions, then shoot me an email. That's the best way to get to me, because I can't always access my comments on YouTube for some reason, which is the reason I don't respond to all of my comments on YouTube. So the best way to get in touch with me is actually through my mixedmediology@gmail address. All right, so now the good part. Let me tell you what labels are actually available. And I'm not going to read every single one of them because, like I said, there's 80 of them. But I'm going to go through some of the more unique ones and then a quick rundown of some of the general ones. So literally I have pages and pages. You can't really see it, but there's pages here, and then I have to turn the page, and then there's more of everything, because I wrote down everything in my cabinet and made a label for everything. So all right, a lot of them are spices, so pretty much any common spice that you would have in your pantry, I have the label for. So black pepper, chili powder, garlic pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, oregano, basil, parsley, garlic salt, crushed red pepper, cloves, ginger, nutmeg, rosemary, cumin, cinnamon, rub sage, bay leaf, paprika, thyme, poultry seasoning, allspice, mustard, like spices. Pretty much all the spices are in here. And then I also have all of the common staples that you would have in your pantry. So flour, sugar, rice, tea. I'm skipping around and that's not a good idea. Yeast, baking soda, chicken bouillon, beef bouillon, vanilla extract. Those kinds of things are all available here as well. And then I have some more specific things and less common, but things that most people probably have in their pantry, or a good majority of people. So things like goldfish, grits, potatoes, chili and taco seasoning, Montreal steak seasoning, popcorn salt, noodles. So a lot of us have containers full of noodles. Oats, oatmeal, pancake mix, dry beans, brown rice, Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, powdered sugar, brown sugar, baking powder, cocoa powder, cornstarch, Karo syrup, pancake syrup, bread flour, whole wheat flour, olive oil, honey, cinnamon sugar, and I know there are more. Mrs. Dash. I think I have one that's actually called crock pot chicken, because that's what I call my chicken seasoning. Poultry seasoning, I think I already said that one. Yeah, and then I went through at the very end and made a few extras. Snacks, candy, chips, crackers. So there are labels for all of these things. So all of your general staples and all of the spices that you would have, plus some of your regular things like snacks like goldfish and crackers and noodles and those kinds of things. So there's labels for all of that. There's 82 of them. A handful, maybe 5 or 6, have more than one of the same label, but it's not exactly the same. For example, I did make 2 of the one that says, what was the one I just did? Snacks, I think, or crackers, one of those 2. I liked the font on the first one, but then I wanted to change it just a little bit to give a slight variation to make the font just a little bit more legible. So I think I did that one in 2 different fonts, but it's the same word. The same with like Texas Pete. I use Texas Pete hot sauce, but I know that that's kind of a southern thing and not everybody has that. So I made a label that says Texas Pete hot sauce, and then there's one that just says hot sauce. And I think it might actually be in 3 ways. So it might say Texas Pete hot sauce, Texas Pete, and then hot sauce. So in case you just wanted it to say Texas Pete. So most of the labels, there's one of, and it's for individual thing, each individual thing. A couple of them, there are a few variations. So it's, it's what you have on hand. If you don't have Texas Pete, but you have hot sauce, like if you just have sriracha or something, then you could use the hot sauce label and just put it on your sriracha. Let's see, what else? There's so much to say about these. I absolutely love them. These labels took me months to create because I downloaded so many different fonts because I wanted them to look unique and witchy and you know, magical. So I can't even tell you how many fonts I went through, and each label was done with such love and care because I wanted it to be like, you know, each spice and each food has its own personality, and I wanted the label to show that. So for example, cinnamon is kind of spicy, so the font is a little spicy. The hot sauce, I think the label for hot sauce, if I'm not mistaken, actually has flames on it. So, you know, there's a lot of care and intention put behind each label. Some of them have really swirly, flourishy, like sugar. Sugar is so sweet and, you know, lovely, and the sugar label is just swirly and, you know, it's beautiful. And then like the black pepper, you know, it can be spicy and it can burn your mouth, and it's got a lot of flavor and a lot of personality to it. So the font's a little jagged, and you know, it's interesting. So yeah, I really love these labels. You can check out some of the labels in the other two videos. I'm showing them as I talk. That's by no means all of the labels. I don't have all of my jars yet, which is why I don't have all of the labels to show you. I'm still collecting jars. If you watch the first two videos, you know I've been collecting jars for like 2 years, and I'm still collecting jars because I still don't have everything I need. So, hence the reason I can't show you all of the labels, but if you want to see a specific label in action, then email me at mixedmediology@gmail.com and I can send you a snapshot of my jar with the label in use if I have it done. Because like I said, I don't have everything in jars yet. So yeah, man, I love this project. This was a fun project to create, but it's also a very personal project because I wanted to do this for so long. And I think it's great where you can find Eye of Newt and Wing of Bat and all those cool witchy labels for like apothecaries and decorations and stuff. But I think there needs to be more available for us real witches who actually use our stuff every single day, and flour and sugar and tea become magical items in our kitchen. I think it's really important that we have these labels available, you know, so that we can feel just a little bit more witchy. I can tell you personally, since putting these labels on these jars and putting my mundane everyday kitchen ingredients into these jars, every time I cook, I feel more witchy. I feel more magical, and I feel like you know, even just pulling the rice out of my jar and putting it into the rice cooker, it's like, it's more magical for me. So if you have any questions about any of the labels that are available, or any questions about how to purchase or anything like that, email me at mixedmediology@gmail.com and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have, because I want you to know what's available for you. So that's it. The link to purchase is down below, so clicky there and go grab your own set of the Kitchen Witch labels. Remember, all of the links for all of the places to find me all over social media are down below as well. Remember, if you like what I do here, don't forget to hit the little subscribe button, that way you don't miss anything. Make sure you're getting the notifications from YouTube, and share it with all of your friends, that way they can hang out with us too. Thank you all so much for being here. If you decide to redecorate your kitchen, or even just a few pieces, then send me some pictures. I'd love to see it. So email me at mixedmediology@gmail.com. I would absolutely love to see how you use the labels and how you redecorate your kitchen. Oh, another quick note really quickly. My jars are not done. I actually need to go through and distress the edges, which I was supposed to do when I made the labels, but I was too excited and overzealous and totally forgot. And I will be actually decorating my jars a little bit more fully, so that's going to be later on in one of the Vlogoween episodes. Check out the other two videos, because the backstory for this project and the making of, like me making my labels and putting them on the jars, those are part A and B of the Kitchen Witch label series. So check those out and see how I actually use my labels. Okay, that's it. I'm so done for today. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye!